Looking dapper.
I was surprised the cog mine didn't get more traction on your channel, given how well things like Cata do. Yeah, I was really surprised about that as well. I'm quite sad, actually, because cog mine's a really fun game. Given that Cata is doing well, it has opened up the possibility for me to return to a number of roguelikes. There's definitely a lot more on the cards now regarding that. So we'll see. We will see. Right. While all of this is going on, building algae distiller lacks slime. Well, we can get you more of that then, I suppose. Let's go ahead and harvest out all of this. There you go. Aavak, my stream is lagging, so I don't know, but the festival bug was related to Smappy. The vanilla game was perfectly fine. Oh, thank you very much for that. I didn't get the memo on that one. Leafin was just constantly telling me, yeah, the festival wasn't there. Bloody Leafin. Spreading rumours. 9. You need to get your waifu and teach them to stop spreading lies. Also stop spreading lies. That's also bad. I'm actually going to have to sort that out because I've just broken this now. Damn it.
Looking dapper.
Thank you very much for the subscription there, the Amiga Jinx. 7 months in a row. Please put some love in chat for the Amiga Jinx. Take care, Thor. Thanks for stopping by, mate. It was lovely to hear from you. Right, we'll get the rest of this mined out as well. How is the oxygen going down here? Actually, not too bad. Hopefully, what I'm really hoping is for the puff to move up there and away from this. Yeah, the festivals weren't there, and it was due to something in the game code. However, it was Smappy causing it. The issue also got fixed that night, along with a few other game-breaking bugs. It's mostly stable now, apart from some lag here and there, and other derpy glitches, but nothing game-breaking right now. Oh, I'll have a look into it. I'll head into the Discord and hit up a couple of people in there. It's a really good place, by the way, the Stardew Discord. And I'll see what people are thinking about the stability, and especially in regards to it from the perspective of a series, because that is the important part. Right, well that's going on. Right, I want to ship what? Oh, right. Of course, I haven't even looked at that, and we're not going to be able to look at it for a while because I'm going to need plastic for that. But the next thing I would like to do, let's get gas ventilation now. You got your gas pipe, normal thing. You got your insulated pipe, insulates the contents from the external temperature. And then you've got your radiant pipe, carries gas and encourages significant changes in temperature. This is what we want. Now, we want the ore with thermally reactive. So it looks like we're going to be using, is that gold? It's gold amalgam, okay. Overheat temperature plus 50 C, thermally reactive. Generally, you want something that is thermally reactive, but let's see if I can't get a little bit more information just so we've got exact numbers to play with. But I'm assuming, based on the fact that it says, yeah, it's thermally reactive, then that's going to be the one that we want. Elements, solids. We want gold. I wonder, would gold versus gold amalgam be better? Okay. And is there an easy way to go back? Yes, there is. Versus gold amalgam. Okay. It's actually quite nice. The overheat edition of gold is actually really, really good. Just double check iron, but I'm going to guess that it's not going to be anywhere near the same. Well, we'll also have a look at copper ore. 0.3. So it's copper. 0.3. Oh, are all refined metals the same then? Specific heat capacity. All things being equal, then it's the one with the... Then we need to be looking at the specific heat capacity. Thermal conductivity of 4. There are all sorts of different things that we can make as well, which is actually pretty cool. I haven't looked into making alloys at all yet. Okay. The thermal conductivity on iron is not as good as the others. So it comes down to specific heat capacity, because it's the same thermal conductivity. So 0.385 joules per gram per degree of Kelvin. And where is the gold? 0.1. So 0. Okay, well, it's refined gold then. Leafin, if you could bring me coffee when I wanted it, then I'd employ you as a butler. It is true. There is a vacancy. Sheila does a fantastic job, but she also has her own job, and it feels bad that she spends an inordinate amount of her time delivering me coffee. Just out of nowhere. It's because she's such a kind person, but I feel guilty. I should remember to just go and get my own tea and coffee rather than making the people around me worry that I'm not drinking enough, frankly. But I just get wrapped up in my games. When I'm in the zone, I can go for a long time without exiting my office. Long enough for people to worry that I may have actually shriveled up and kind of like a tardigrade just shed all my water mass and just shriveled up, waiting for a more hospitable climate to come out of hibernation. Leafin has mastered another job. Well done, Leafin. There is a reason why stay hydrated bot is a thing. You would be a glorious butler. I mean, it's not for you to say, really. I'd need to see a resume. You know, you'd need at least... I mean, this is a butler job, so I feel you've got to go a step above the norm. So I'd need at least 7 solid references covering the last 5 years of employment. Let's see. And character references, of course, as well. You know what? I feel I know you well enough that we can forgo the police checks, but definitely character references from professionals. So, you know, not just your friend Bob or 9. In fact, if 9 vouchers for you, that's it. Deal's off. Anyone 9 vouchers for is probably crazy. Right, there we go. This is sorted. Very nice. Let's get... in fact, at this rate, we're going to be able to just get rid of my research setup. That can go away, and I can repurpose that entire room, which would be good. I would be all right with that. Indeed, I am strict on who I will accept beverages from. It's because the beverages go into my body. Fairly simple criteria, really. If you are preparing me drinks and or food, then I kind of want to know that it's not poison. It seems reasonable in my mind. There we go. All right, anyway, we've been faffing around. I need gold, so let's set up some gold to be made. How much raw gold have we got? We've got 6.7 tons of gold amalgam. That is good. I would like gold amalgam from here. How much does it produce? It just straight up gives me 100 kilos per hungry. Okay. Sure, okay. Crack on. That looks a bit odd, but sure. We'll make that a priority 7 job. Am I going to get back to Factorio? Yes, I absolutely will. I 100% will get back to Factorio. It's just I haven't had time. The unfortunate truth about Factorio is it's a series I take seriously, so it takes an inordinate amount of time to record each episode. There's researching involved prior to the episode. Then I tend to record each episode in a large block of time, and then just I'm reasonably pleased with the quality of my cuts, because people don't seem to notice that each episode is full of cuts, because I have to make sure that I've explained it in a way that isn't confusing, because in my head it's all really simple, so I gloss over so much, and then I listen back to it and I properly sit down, because in the moment, like, I'm very much an in the moment Let's Player, and as you can tell, I ramble sometimes. And so there's lots of things. For example, if I even think my pronunciation was a little bit slurred, because sometimes, and especially now, actually, I'm dealing with more complicated stuff, I'll go and re-record a section. In those instances, it's just like audio that I'm re-recording. But sometimes I'll go through it and I'll be like, I didn't really explain myself well there. I'm guilty of assuming that people would understand where I was coming from. And so I'll spend quite a lot of time actually on those episodes just re-recording parts of the episode, because I'm not happy with what I've managed to do, or I feel that it isn't conveying what I'm trying to achieve in a simple way. And for something like that, like a tutorial, I feel it's really important that keep it simple, stupid, really. That's the basic situation. Right. Okay, well, let's start by setting up some more research to be done. Oh no, you're already moving on. Let's get some better oxygen being generated over here. So we're going to want hydrogen sent over there as a cooler. For each of these, I want 2 gas pumps, basically. Each side. I would like... actually, what am I making these of? Let me just make sure that I am making them of something reasonable. Oh, I've got the most iron also, sure, okay. So, electrolyzer, then gas pumps. One there, one there. Because one electrolyzer will produce, it takes in 1,000 grams of water. Depending on the temperature, that's roughly equivalent. 1,000 grams or a kilogram is roughly equivalent to a litre on room temperature, I believe, for water. I could be wrong about that one, actually, and by all means correct me if I am. And it'll produce 1,000 grams worth of gas, split between oxygen and hydrogen. Now, the vents, the gas pumps, can move 500 grams of gas. So I need 2 per electrolyzer that we've got set up. Furthermore, I want to make sure that there's plenty of room for this to move around, because if there is not, then the electrolyzer will first destroy... It doesn't destroy something, but when it becomes overpressurized, it prioritizes the oxygen to be produced, and then the hydrogen just doesn't go anywhere. It just doesn't get produced. So we want to ensure that that's not happening. We'll go ahead and enclose this. So that would be one item. Let's actually set this up for a fair bit of production, actually. We're going to have to work out how we're going to provide the power for all of this, of course. But that's a bridge we can cross when we come to it. Electrolyzer down here, electrolyzer in there. With 3 of them, let's assume that we're running them full speed. That's going to produce 336 grams of hydrogen per second. How much do you consume per second? 100 grams, actually. Really? Are we sure about that? Can one electrolyzer run a single... Really? That seems uncommonly good. So much so, I'm going to say not. Now, how much power is this going to take? 120 watts. 3 times, so 360. We've got... And this is going to be times 2, so unfortunately, this will be 480, 360. So that's 540 and... well, actually, no. I'm counting all 3 of those. So let's just work it on one at a time, each each one of the three. So this is 120 watts. Actually, that fits into it much better. So that's 600 watts. All right, so one would provide enough power, but two would not provide enough power for all three of these. So instead, let's look at setting it up just two of them. And then we'll see what we can do from there. Let's set up a door as well, because we are going to need a way in. But the door should be airtight. And there. Let's clear this up. Also, have I missed something? I've missed a couple of cheers. I do apologise. Thank you very much, Apple Fumble and the Game Ranger. And I haven't missed any others from there. Thank you. Isn't pressure important as well? Let's have a quick look. In my Oni game, I'm forever building things I found from Brothgar. Brothgar is actually really cool. Yeah, I do watch a lot of Brothgar stuff actually. We want a door over there. We'll also, sure, we'll set up the hydrogen generators over here. So we're going to want, where are we? Vents in here. There we are. 4 degrees C is the temperature water naturally gravitates to when you bury the liquid pipes 1 meter into the ground. Oh, is it? I had no idea about that. Hello, Aavak. I just caught up on this series yesterday. It really helped me get through my art finals. Oh, well done. My professor for that class was so terrible, but your videos were so calming. Oh, I'm sorry that you had a poor professor. That can genuinely make all the difference. And I don't mean in just like what you learn, because some truths are true even if you've got a terrible professor. You know, it's like having a bad professor won't necessarily change certain truths about the way stuff works. But having a bad professor can really sap your morale. We'll get 2 of you and a single smart battery that I'm going to need the gold for. We'll have the smart battery around here though, so that'll be fine. Now the question is, I'm fine with this place shedding, actually we can probably fit this in a little bit better, shedding heat constantly. I'm 100% okay with that. So have this about, that would need to sit about there, I would say. Let's give you a little bit of extra room just so I can fit in the smart battery. Doesn't really bother me so much that this is set up there, but just for the sake of keeping it all looking the same. There we are. Alright, we're slowly getting there. Would love it if you could just mine this area out. There we go. We'll get all of that built. I do need to go and make sure that we're actually producing the gold. We've only produced it once. I'm going to increase the priority then. So Trudeau, thank you very much for the 3rd month of subscription. Again, as I said earlier, thank you not only for subscribing to me at all, but for coming back. That says a lot more than the first sub. The first sub is just curiosity. But the 2nd, the 3rd month, the 30th month, that's when you are certifiably insane. But in a nice way. Or at least a way that I appreciate. I'm sure the authorities are worrying, but I love you for it. Okay, MP making use of the emoticons that she, in fact, drew. Thank you very much for that again. We've got plenty of coal up here, actually. I may as well grab that while I've got the chance. There we go. How long am I streaming for tonight? Oh, ages, probably. This is going to be an all-night stream. The fact I've only got 2 exosuits, you might think is holding me back from getting jobs done outside. You are right, technically, but it's by design. I don't want all of my dupes running out and doing stuff all over here. I prefer a goodly amount of them to be inside the base doing stuff in there instead. So for now, we're good. Where did the Puft go? Please tell me the Puft went somewhere else. Yeah, it did. Good. You live up there, Puft. Where it's nice and safe. There we go. Now there's 3 on this side, so there's much more that they can do. Now the thing is, we could pump off quite a lot of this liquid. The water from the steam geyser here. We could have that feed the electrolyzers, but we should probably also bank on other things feeding it as well. Maybe it's narcissistic, but they're so cute. They are super cute. I knew they would be. When you did the initial ones for my patron kind of line breaks, that eventually then weren't line breaks, then actually became instead headers, I was absolutely certain that they were going to be great. Let's see. Let's go ahead and mop these little areas. Just get that out of the way. That'll be nice and helpful. Have we found anything over here? Doesn't look like. Nope, nothing yet. Nothing yet on that side. Down here we've gone a lot. Ooh, here we go. It's got oils and slicksters. Now the slicksters. Oh, see? Egg chances.
Looking dapper.
You see? People who were saying that I wasn't going to get them, they've got certainly they've got a massive chance of producing an egg of themselves, but they do have a tiny, tiny wee chance of producing an egg of different types. Super low chance. Pufflet prince egg, there's 90% chance. Wow. Okay. Is that the same for all puffs? Or do some of them? No. So you can get the others. It'll happen eventually. We won't get the fish, though. Unfortunately. That's just not going to happen. It doesn't look like I can actually get anything out of you. What about my hatches? Yeah, we've got a sage hatch. It's got a 7% chance. Chibi Nico. Or Chibi Neko. Thank you very much for the sub. Take care, Erin. Aavak, the egg chances are the mutations I was talking about. The percentages are affected by environments and feeding. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's really cool. Oh, I've been watching Aavak on YouTube for years, finally in a place where I can support more directly. Oh, thank you so, so much. So, since you've been watching me for years, I am curious, what series did you find my channel on? In fact, out to those in YouTube land in the far future, same question. How did you find my channel? Right, we've actually almost finished researching everything. Once we finish these 2, that's it. No more research to do. Endonera, really? Right, how are my dupes doing? My dupes being derpy? Probably. My dupes are always derpy. It is in their nature. I'm going to say we probably want to build a compactor over here. Ooh, that's being damaged. It's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate, actually. But yeah, let's pop one of these there. Could be made of whatever, really. Doesn't matter too much. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Chat has exploded. Let's have a look. Dwarf Fortress, Factorio, No Moria, Scrap Mechanic. Wow, that's not too many people, I think, who found me through that. Stardew Valley and Fallout 4. Oh, Fallout 4 as well. Kingdoms. Really? You found me through Kingdoms, KMP. That was a long time ago. And also a relatively small series that I did. No, you found me through Castle Doctrine. That doesn't surprise me, actually. That doesn't surprise me at all. Rimworld. You found me through Lady Sheilab. Oh, that's actually really, really cool. Empressia. Dark Heresy. Anonymous Chocobo found me through From the Depths with Enter Elysium. More Factorio, Stardew Valley, or From the Depths multiplayer with the EE. My Glorious Times of Banish. Wow, Leafin, you found me through Banish. It's so intriguing to hear how people found me. Just because, especially when someone's been with the channel for a long time, it's easy to imagine they were always there. So it's kind of really surreal to find out, well, actually, no, they weren't always there. They found me in a very specific way. It's really cool. Found me through Shen with Roll For It. Encounter Roleplay. What be that? I'm not familiar. Nomoria. And then got from there, Utterly Sucked In by Stardew. From the Depths. Yeah, lots of people from Stardew. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Factorio. Came from Roll For It. Found it because I was looking up videos on Factorio. Cataclysm on Factorio. A thread on Bay 12 advertising for your first Nomoria series, Aavak. Didn't subscribe until your Dishonored series off. Really, is that? That's actually genuinely fascinating. I remember when I used to post quite a lot on Bay 12. I really enjoyed posting things on there, actually. Really, really enjoyed it. It should be sweep only, but all. Actually, you should really be stacking that up. I missed that one. I've forgotten how I found your channel, Aavak, but I do remember that you introduced me to a lot of games and made me empty my wallet on Steam. I hear that a lot, actually. You found me through Dungeons of Dreadmore. Wow, Lady Kate Lena. That's actually really interesting. I've been playing that a little bit lately. Just been going back to it. It's a really, really fun roguelike to play on. My GOG curated sale. Wow, Max, that you may be one of very few who found me through that. One of very, very few. Lady Sheilab, someone found Aavak through my channel. Goals reached. Now what's your next goal? I've made more work for you now. Whenever I reach one of my goals, I have to set a new one, otherwise I get complacent. XCOM, loved Kingdoms. I actually really liked Kingdoms as well. I think it might have been through Atrix or Ferret Vids. When it was below 5k subs, I remember thinking it was weird you had so little. Oh, thank you very much, Nico. First Catechism playthrough. With the Cyber Cannibal. Yeah. Learned a valuable lesson. Always protect your database. Okay. I became a fan when I found it the second time by looking for Rimworld videos. Oh, that's cool, Nathaniel. Don't mind the game moving around, I'm just scrolling through chat. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And yes, Stardew is the first piece of art you did for me, KMP. Absolutely love just random fan art. For obvious reasons. It's kind of silly to say. Yes, I like it when people do art for me. But, no, I really, really just... I love it when people are inspired to be creative because of my series. It's quite a lovely feeling. Alright, okay. New duplicates are available. I guess we could get a new duplicate. If we really wanted to get a new duplicate, we could get a new duplicate. I suppose we could. Do we need to? Do we want to? Is it secret? Is it safe? Alright. We probably should. Let's go over and make sure I've got a bed for you, though, first. Is there an empty bed? Yes, there are 3 empty beds, actually. Okay, so... choose a duplicate. You're a stress vomiter. Ugh. You're destructive. Ugh. You've got 7. You've got a small bladder and you're gastrophobic. Quick learner, though. Ari, I think, is going to be you. So who is Ari going to be? From this point forward, the first person to catch my attention shall be Ari. Chibi Nico. There you go. Be back in a minute. This broken AT key is driving me insane. Time for a restart. Okay, maybe we should have. There we go. Let's get you printed. Donk. Now, what job am I going to give you? Also, I'm going to allow you to be private. I would like you to be a gopher. Enjoy. Nothing's going out here. No, not really making much in the way of progress out there. That's fine. I wouldn't mind getting down there and accessing the oil simply because it's going to give us access to a bunch of new materials that we can work with. But for now, let's get this sorted out. Research complete. Let's start on the next one. The last one, in fact. Home luxuries. There you go. Unfortunately, you're having to bring materials for all of this construction from very far away. Welcome to hell. Enjoy your stay. Leafin, such a pessimist. Look at this glorious place that I've made for you. It's it's everything a duplicate could want. You see how lovely this is. I mean, okay, your bed is not, but who's it? It's Leafin's. You know why your bed is not leafing? Because it's got you in it some of the time. You scallywag. Trust it to be yours. That is fantastic, by the way. That it was your bed after all. That's what you get, Leafin. Thank you very much for the resubscription, Tiny Medwin. 28 months in a row, my lord. Hey, at least there are bathrooms now. Indeed. Look on the bright side. This is a lovely place. Ooh, what's wrong with you? Body temperature. Is it too warm, cold? Yeah, I suppose it is actually a bit on the chilly side. Don't worry, once we set up our proper cooling area, it'll be fine. It'll all be grand. I promise. Jobs mastered, that's fine. You can carry on mastering those jobs. We could dig down here a little bit if we really wanted to. There's loads of coal down there as well. Don't think we need it though. I think for now we're doing alright. Oh, hello. Oh, were you bugging your sisters? Come here,
No, she
Caddy.
was being good.
Oh, you're being good. I haven't got treats in you right now. You're being good. Well, thank you. Thank you. Can I have another one? I'm greedy. Oh, thank you. Oh, I got 3. Oh, you're being lovely. Lovely. Oh, where are you off to? Hmm?
She's off to explore the world.
Indeed. You're off to explore. You have to find your sisters. Think so. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Where you going? You want to stand on my head?
No, she's off down the back of the hood. It's okay.
It's okay. She wouldn't have gone very far. She'd have got caught in the hood of my hoodie. But, oh, thank you. Bye, Carriot. Sheila Ferret delivery service. Yeah, it's basically like Kiki's delivery service, only with ferrets. And it's glorious. Nothing's going over here. Have we found anything new and interesting? Not really, no. No milkshaking coming. Can't have a milkshake every stream. More's the pity. But you can't, otherwise you'd stop appreciating it as much. Ooh, the temperature over here is crazy high. This recently had an eruption, didn't it? Yeah, this had an eruption recently, I think. And then it immediately... Then it cooled down, rather. Yeah, that had a recent eruption. That is actually glorious. I like it. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot, actually. Love City. Ferrets are cute. Ferrets are good and cute and good and ferrets. I think we may have broken atomic blue shell. And yes, I do. Once I... Oh, Cassandra. Well, you know what? Could have been worse. You were at least in an exosuit. Could have been a lot worse, actually. We'll get you down, don't worry. There you go. Those two as well, please. This one too. Ah, there we are. That wasn't so bad. You would get a milkshake every stream if Leafin was your butler.
Maybe I didn't want to be left out.
Hello, Carriot.
Look how fat she is.
Oh, you're full of pheasant, aren't you? You're full of pheasant. You enjoyed your noms earlier? Us. I'm full of pheasant. The deliciousest noms. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Oh. Oh, can you groom me? Okay. Okay, you can groom me for a while. Don't worry. It's just the internet. I know, they're a bit crazy. They're weird looking. Hello? Oh, I'm so full of noms. And so full of beans. Go on in. Oh, bye-bye. Research complete, and I think that is it for our researchers. Hooray! I do need to get a couple of my researchers to a tenured scientist. In fact, you need to be a tenured scientist so I can get you doing some work for me. We can get plumbers. Trait plumbing. Oh, that's amazing! That is super good. Anyone who can do this needs to learn this right now. Go forth and learn these extremely important skills. Sumi, could you be a cook? You can't. You're incapable of it. Okay. Let's move some of you around. Who can be a cook? Weird Alchemist can be a cook. Okay. Actually, Weird Alchemist can be an actual chef. Very well. Everyone else can just, crack on, do your own things. Cut snacks. Indeed. You know what? I think the funniest thing to me about the dupes getting themselves stuck is that I think only twice has it been someone other than Cassandra getting stuck. That could well be true, yes. Could well be true. Ferrets are super duper... Ooh. Oh, you're researching. Marvellous. Ferrets are very social, so... Unless you've got an enormous amount of time and you can guarantee that you'll be able to spend it with the ferret, then yes, I would say that by and large, you want to get them in a group. That way, they can entertain themselves, and they're not going to be as reliant on you to provide the social connection for them. They are still going to want you around, but well, the thing with ferrets is that they're kind of sleepy. They spend a lot of time sleep. They're only really active at dawn and dusk naturally. But because it's normal for them to sleep for so long, they are actually a really good pet if you are out of the house a lot, as long as you get 2 or 3 or however many, so that they can entertain themselves and be social with each other when you're not there. But largely, they'll sleep when you're not around because they want to be active when you're active. So when you come back, they'll wake up and play with you, and then they'll go to sleep, and then they'll probably sleep when you're not there. So I would say they're not as much of a personal time commitment as something like a dog. But again, that does rely on you having like a pair. If you've got them in a group, then they're going to entertain themselves for most of the time. They're still going to want to be active with you, but they're not going to rely on it in the same way. Papa Hedge. Only a few bits, but wanted to show my gratitude for your content. I've lost so many hours in the story of Dark Aavak in Rimworld. Keep up the amazing work, dude. You're a legend. Oh, thank you, man. That was really, really kind of you. Thank you so much. I hope you're all enjoying the ongoing shenanigans at the moment, because I've actually been playing quite a lot of the Song of Fur and Steel Let's Play. I've been really, really enjoying it. Oh, we've got plenty of oxygen coming through. It's still working. That's fine. That is fine. Let's try and get all of this sorted. It is crazy hot down here. I would recommend you not be there for too long. There we are. Thankfully, the suit will protect you for the most part. Got plenty of water, though. That water is going to start running out soon, actually. Got plenty of water down here. That water is going up to feed our plants. What's the germs like in this water? Let's have a quick look. How germy is this particular water here? Barely any germs. Barely any germs. At this point, we could probably safely pump that water over there if we wanted to. Do they require a lot of square feet for 100 square feet? Not really. They're happy to be in your kind of space and share the space with you. They don't need to have a certain amount of room. I mean, it's nice to give them a fair bit of room, but it's certainly not something that I would say is there is a specific, you've got to have this much space for them. A difficult question to answer that one. Right, comfy bed. I'm going to need plastics for that. Okay. Has this finished doing all of its stuff? No, it hasn't. Would someone kindly get over here and do this work? Super important work. Make it happen, please. Has it got the right... yeah, it's got all of it needs. I wonder if anyone's actually going to get over here and sort that out. Oh. Strange. I have no idea why that isn't being done. Alright, I'm off for a quick shower. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone. Chat, this is your chance. Aavak, I really love your Cataclysm series. You really capture the loneliness of Brutus and his love of hot tea. Thank you. Remember Castle Go? Yeah, of course I do. Amazing run on No Moria. I really enjoyed that one.